Hi, my name is Nusreth Baig. Thank you for joining us. Today I'm with Veronica. She's one of the very successful entrepreneurs here. And Veronica, thank you for making the time. You are very successful. You were very successful in your last company, and then now you're doing it again with the new project. And we've basically joined, locked arms together. And what I want to know is, and what a lot of entrepreneurs out there want to know, is how do we help other entrepreneurs? What's your formula for success? What's your blueprint that you go by? How do you go about your daily method of operation? If you can kind of shed some light and help some of the entrepreneurs out there viewing this, tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for having me here. It's an honor and an exciting thing. And I think the biggest thing for success, or the keys to success, is the first thing for me was finding out why. I was originally working a 40 to 50 hour a week job. Mm-hmm. And the hardest thing when you're trying to become an entrepreneur while still working a job is the time commitment that it's going to take to replace your income at a job. And so I really had to find out why I was committed to becoming an entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. And so when the challenges came up, because that's going to happen anytime you're in business, there's going to be challenges. Yes. And when those challenges come up, when you have a strong foundation or a reason why you're going into that field of entrepreneurship, it's going to keep you going, even during those challenging times. Right. And so for me, when I first got started in the world of becoming an entrepreneur, the reason why I started to do that was because I wanted to, get out of debt. Mm-hmm. I had, accumulated student loans and other types of credit card debt, and that was my first reason why. Mm-hmm. But the second reason, which also, really hit home with me, is I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom in the future when I have children. And my mother and my father, they worked very, very hard when I was a kid to put me through school. They paid for private school for me, and so I didn't want to have to be like them, where I had to put my kids through daycare because I had to go to a 40-hour-a-week job. And so that why is really what kept me going, especially during those challenges.
Cool. Now, what is it that drew you to the sale? I remember you said that you went from IT to sales. Is that difficult for everyone? And also, you said you had some glass ceiling as a woman. If you can kind of shed some light of how you broke through that. You talked about some mental development, some personal development that you had to do. If you can kind of share something on that.
Yeah, I think as a woman, it sometimes is hard in any industry, whether it's IT or any field that you're getting into. There's always kind of that stigma of, men are just, they produce more, or they just get things done. And so, especially in the field that I was in prior, that was a huge challenge because there weren't a lot of women in the IT field. Right. And so I really became committed to myself and my personal development. And I would listen to audiobooks from, successful individuals like Mr. Jim Rohn. I also read some books about personal development and self-development because I was committed to my own self-development. And if I knew that there were other people out there who became entrepreneurs, if they had a formula for success, why would I try to recreate something when I could follow those successful individuals?
That's a very good point. Yeah. Just leverage someone else's ideas and their success formula.
Absolutely.
What do you look for when you're working with entrepreneurs, other entrepreneurs to mentor them? What do you look for in an entrepreneur?
The thing that I look for the most in an entrepreneur is I like to find out first their why. What's their biggest takeaway? What do they want to do? But then the second thing that I start to look for is, I'll ask them questions of what they're currently doing, where they want to go, and I really just look for if they're hungry enough. Excellent. If they really, really want something, and if they're committed to it. Because without a commitment, you're not going to get anywhere.
That's right.
Challenges will come up, things are going to happen, and life will get in the way. So I always like to find out from a person is, what is your commitment level? What's your skin in the game? Right.
So we're partnering together, which is, I like to bring the online marketing, the social media marketing to your business. Tell us how that will help the entrepreneurs out there that would like to join our team?
Absolutely. I think technology is ever advancing.
Yes.
It's becoming everything in today's economy. And I think with social media and the platforms that I've been already creating and are ever expanding with new applications, it's the wave of the future.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody really understands how it works.
Right.
You know, such as yourself, you've had a lot of success using these types of platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if we can get that message across to people and start teaching them how to use these platforms, we could reach and get a message out to people faster. You can reach a larger audience in a quicker amount of time than, you know, decades ago where this technology wasn't here.
Right, that's right.
And so I think it's the wave of the future. I think it's the most important thing that people should be looking into and starting to understand, how do I use these platforms for business?
That's right. That's right. So the reason why I decided to partner with you with bringing the social media marketing, to the company, is that I understand that as a father of 4 kids, I don't have a lot of time. So for me to, drive somewhere and just to get the training, it's really difficult. So for me to, get the training, ask the questions live on a webinar, through your cell phone. I could be in my car on my way to work, or just doing groceries with the kids, and just put it in like a training, and really soak up that knowledge, and really be on instant chat with my mentors and you guys, and get these questions answered right away. So I'm no longer diluting the message from the top person all the way to the bottom. I get to directly communicate with the person in the lowest level of my organization. So I think it's exciting times. I'm glad we met and we're partnering together, you and your fiance John. So this is a great opportunity for me, and I'm glad we're meeting up. So thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So.